All right, just to mix things up a bit. Hey everybody, Anthony 4x4 diesel. Guess what? We've got a 1KD in front of us, something different from a 1GD. With all that 1GD info, back to a dinosaur 1KD. Who'd want a dinosaur 1KD, right? Anyway, let's just go through a few things, okay? No DPF to worry about, okay? That's cool, yep. That is a bonus. Less EGR flow. And let me mention one thing on the 1GDs, there is a lot of them, and it's at a young age, getting P0400s. Apparently that EGR system, or EGR cooler, sorry, the EGR cooler can block up. Now I'm wondering if that's early stages of, so this is the EGR cooler on the 1KD, a bit easier to see and get to, like everything on a 1KD. Kind of, or is that just what I'm used to? Anyway. Maybe early stages of that coolant leak on the 1GDs, because if you get coolant in there, then that soot from the exhaust gases is going to stick to the wet stuff, right? So maybe that's what caused. So when you get a P0400 on a 1GD, not this 1KD, on a one, it's getting confusing. I better get my letters right? If you get low coolant, which you see on this one, you won't. So it's pretty well bang on. If that's down, it's because I serviced it last and I didn't top it up properly. Or someone else, whatever. I suppose, yeah, if you're getting a P0400 on a 1GD and you have a look and your coolant's down a bit, it might tell a bit of a story, and it's probably time to have a look at that cooler. And as far as I know, the dealerships will probably replace a lot of them under warranty. So once again, let everybody know in the comments. Make sure you're right whether it's a 1GD or a 1KD, whether it's been replaced or not under warranty, whether you had to pay for it. Anyway, enough talk under the bonnet. Let's have a look underneath this 2014. So it's 10 years old, 235,000 Ks, right? And you know, you can just rely on it. There's not going to be any surprises underneath a vehicle like this. There's nothing to worry about, right? Okay. Bit of rusty surface. It's like it's been around a bit of salt water somewhere, a bit of salt spray, because wherever the metal's worn off, that's a bit of just a bit of fluff there. But looking pretty good. I need a bit of light to see, because I've got the daylight shining in the roller door. That's really good, but it means the light on the camera didn't go on. So that's daylight shining up there. That's pretty good. I'll get in a bit closer and see if we can get the light on anyway. There it is, the light. That's what we want. Pads, plenty of meat there. Let's get inside out, back to front. Look at these ones too. I can tell from here that there's plenty of meat there. How'd you feel when I turned you upside down, inside out? No more than 2 minutes underneath this, right? Exhaust looks good. That's how the original exhaust is meant to look, with the catalytic converter there. And the normal joins, see what it normally looks like. This one would have never been off. Bit of lube in the drive line, bit of dust. Fuel filter would have got done at 220. That's okay till 240. Like I said, auto pan's been off before. You've seen this one in videos before. Fairly regular. Since about 80,000 Ks, I think. 70, 80, somewhere there might have been the first services. Injectors have been done once. Tows caravans around, like all the other ones that get looked after. It hasn't cracked the piston. Like I said, there's always a reason. It's very rare. For the most part, it is avoidable. So therefore means there's nothing to worry about on one of these. And we've got the solution in place. For worst case scenario, you pick up the vehicle, high Ks, you don't really know the history. I was discussing this with someone, totally off topic, but gee, have we done the bearings on this one, the front wheel? Hey, have we done front wheel bearings on this one for him yet? I think we're going to have to ring that bell, because, yeah, turn that bell on and subscribe, because, you know, probably does a lot more on-road. But the bash plate, you know, says it does a few tracks here and there as well. Right. But, yeah, whatever. Nothing to worry about. All right, that's it underneath. Boring. Hey, mate, did you use the DPF oil on this one? You didn't? You did or you didn't? Don't use DPF oil, mate. Costs twice as much. Yeah? Costing us money if you use the So look, just another small advantage of the 1KD. you can get the oil on special, a 10 litre for, I think last time I got it, I think it was about 60 or 70 bucks somewhere in the it was about 65 from memory. Hey, everybody on Oz Prado Crew, let me know in the comments. We don't do a lot of servicing, so I don't really want to do bulk oil, and I don't want to make money out of the oil. I want you to pick it up and you can get it on special and just bring it along. That's what this vehicle did. But if I have to go and pick it up and spend my time, I'll get it at a discount, use it in my cars. Or if you want to buy it, I'll sell it to you at the normal retail price of about 100 bucks, whatever it is. Still cheaper than buying that DPF oil, right? So so you don't have to worry about the DPF. You don't have to worry about the more expensive oil. I'm not saying it's impossible that these EGR coolers could have an internal leak and put coolant into the engine. It has happened before. It's just really super rare, and it's not a normal thing that happens at all. Super rare. Like, we know of only one of them. Okay, so only one that it's happened to. Okay, you're not going to have to worry about any timing chain or guides ever doing anything to let you down. This timing belt is reliable, and they last easy 150,000 Ks, and they're less than 100 bucks each. Now, you can change just that, or you can check and change the idler and the tensioner. They're about another 120 each, ballpark numbers here. And that's reliable, right? So you see the comparisons. We've got an engine here that we know is reliable. They've all diesels, they've all got injectors. So, you know, they're all going to wear out about the same. These injector seats and injectors are going to last just as good. So this is full DLC injectors in this engine, okay? They're going to last just as good for just as long as a 1GD. You don't have to change them. You can push them both out to 250 if you want. They're going to be in around about the same condition, working about right. Now, this one doesn't have to meet as strict, you know, emissions, so less EGR flow. Was it 7mm, maybe even less again. There's no real good solution for the 1GD. There was a 13mm plate that went up the back there, and it was causing some issues, so K-On stopped making that. So do you see what I mean? It's not like I don't want to help. It's just we don't have the solutions. We don't have the simplicity. This is just simple, reliable. You can drive this thing for hundreds of thousands of Ks and it's just going to keep going, like the 120 over there. Where the 1GD, a lot of people, it's going to do the same thing, but a lot of people have only got 40,000, 60,000, 80,000 or 100,000. You know, they're not even run in yet, okay? They're, you know, get some kilometers on it, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. I'm sure there's a few, but they haven't been around as long. And there's a lot of problems, right? So not trying to bag it out. I'm just trying to give you the comparison so you can make the right choice on what engine. You know, it's pretty simple stuff. You know, EGR cooler's blocking up. EGR cooler's leaking. The other issue that happens, that the dust in the airbox on the 1GD gets to the MAF sensor and it can cause some issues there, where that doesn't happen with these MAF sensors. So, but again, it's all small things, just possibilities. We've got to bag, let's bag this thing out, mate. What's wrong with this car? There's got to be something. 235,000 Ks. That's more than most 1GDs. They're a lot newer. This thing's older. Come on, we've got to bag. What's the problem here? We've got an oil leak. We've got... What's there? There's got to be a regular problem that these have. Like, you know, out of all the 1KDs, not wear and tear like it needs wheel bearings, like this one does, and the 1GDs will need them just the same. So you can hit me up for your 1GD front wheel bearing kit. Same thing. You know, there's got to be, aside from wear and tear, you know, wheel bearings, BFE kit. I mean, I invented that because I go, well, belts, same as the 1GD's got a belt, it's got bearings and all that. We just don't do a kit for that because we don't really specialise in it. Maybe it's something that's going to come up. If we don't see a lot of them out on the, you know, in the workshop, then we can't really see to work out what they need for solutions. And I don't see the drive belt and bearings being it wasn't a big problem on these. It was just the odd person would have that bearing down the bottom, and it doesn't happen at 50,000 or 100,000 or 150,000. Generally beyond that, the bearing down the bottom on the tensioner, you know, the bearing seizes up and then the belt goes kaput and all that, right? Out back, dirt, dust. So it was a maintenance program. So that's just a maintenance program, okay? So we can't come up with maintenance that can guarantee stopping a DPF from causing any problems through the whole life of the vehicle. But like I said, most people aren't going to have the issues. Come on, there's got to be something we can bag out on this car. How about this battery clamp? Did you tighten that up? Someone replaced the battery. You can see the date there, and that was loose still. They didn't even do that right. What about the terminals? At least they put them on right. Beautiful. Did you have to fix that up, or did they put them on right? No, they did that right. Yes, they did the terminals right. Okay. Oh, look, here's a problem. We can bag out something on the 1KDs. If you lean on this, you'll break it off. 1GD, it's shorter and it's thicker, so it's better. There you go. There's something better about 1GDs, 100%, right? Let's go and have a look at it. We've still got it here. All right, so here it is. You can see on the 1GD, this is the 1G. So I told you we're going to give it a good wash down, let it dry, blow it out. We've washed it, we blew it dry. Now it's sitting out in the sun. How much better does that look? Looks like a new engine. It looks nearly as good as a 1KD. Anyway, all jokes aside, see, shorter, thicker. You could probably lean on that and not break it. Now, the other one, it only breaks if you lean on it, but I'm going to admit that it could be better. It could be just like this one. So, you know, to be quite honest, this radiator probably bolts up just the same, and this is probably the radiators we should probably be putting. You know what? We should get one of these radiators from a 1GD and put it in a 1KD. Is it the same intercooler? Like, we need to get into these things and have a look. I wonder if it's the same intercooler. We've got to look up, can someone look up the part numbers for a 1GD intercooler and a 1KD intercooler? I know the radiator will be a different one, but the intercooler, we haven't pulled radiators out of one. You pulled a radiator one? No, that's what I mean. They're newer. They're going to the dealers with the problems. Oh, gee, that looks nice, doesn't it? Look at that. Like magic. Beautiful. Have a look at this engine bay compared to how it was before. Isn't that just beautiful? And now you can see, you know, what's wrong. Now let's have a look at some nuts and see if we can work out if this DPF's been worked on. Now, can everyone see those witness marks? Yeah? Right, everyone can see that. On that one. What about that one there? Maybe. Sometimes I can see fingerprint marks on the plugs here. See those fingerprint marks? Let me get it steady. Let me zoom, might be better. It's hard with the way the light's on it. Ah, there it is, right? See that? That's someone's hands working on it, right? Right, dirty black. See, they've released the plug. Would you agree? Have a look at this. See how black it is there? See these black, I've rubbed it off now. Have a look without the camera, right? See? Looks like someone's had their dirty mitts on the plugs, right? So it's probably been worked on before this guy got it, so he doesn't know about anything. And it's probably got a 10-year warranty, so it's got 3 years to go. So if he's got it more than 3 years, he could be up for... Go and do a search online. How much is a DPF for a 1GD, right? Like, you know, this is not a court case. I mean, the case has been won and lost, or lost and won, which depends which way you look at it. 10-year warranty means it's only got it's 24, it's going to be 25 soon, then 26, 20, you know, 2.5 years of warranty left. And does that mean you've got to start paying for your own DPFs because you were part of the class action, you damn Toyota Land Cruiser Prado owners, you took us to the cleaners? We're not going to give you anything outside 10 years because we're not happy with you, our customers, our guests. Do you know what, you get what I mean? Like, we don't know how they're going to act. Are they going to be nice? Are they going to just do a big, you know? Anyway, okay, this has done 235,000 Ks. The owner has mentioned when he starts it up, he noticed a few puffs of smoke and the service is complete. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put the camera on the tailpipe and my eyes on the tailpipe, and we're going to get it started up, see what we can see. Let's go and have a look if this is normal or not. Now I'm just going to hold the camera steady, but my eyes on the smoke on the tailpipe. Go for it. Couldn't see a thing, mate. Switch it off. Switch it off for a sec. Look, all I want to say is I saw a tiny little puff of white, but I would say that's back to the Melbourne weather sort of thing, you know. So what I'm going to do, we'll do a cold start in the morning, have a look at the tailpipe. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe, turn the bell on, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.